Welcome back to Longevity. Let's get right into it today. Have you ever rolled out of bed in the morning only to feel like your entire body is completely frozen, like literally stuck? Well, let's dive into this explainer and uncover exactly why your body locks up overnight, and more importantly, how you can reclaim your youthful mobility in just 3 short minutes.
If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. Millions of adults in their 40s, 50s, and 60s experience this exact agonizing trap every single day. You know the feeling, waking up with knees that creak with every single step and fingers that are just too stiff to even grip your morning coffee mug comfortably.
It's like your lower back literally feels like a block of concrete. And we usually just brush this concrete-like stiffness off as a natural, unavoidable part of getting older. We tell ourselves, well, I guess I'm just aging, right? But science actually reveals a much deeper, hidden physiological truth here. It turns out that early morning biological stiffness, it isn't just normal aging. It is actually a blaring, direct warning signal from your metabolic and circulatory systems. Basically, your body is desperately trying to communicate with you about what happened during the previous 8 hours of inactivity.
So the true villain of our story is a fascinating biological process called nocturnal dehydration and systemic fluid shifting. To really understand why your body locks up like this, we have to look at exactly what happens when you're completely at rest and your body's muscle pumps are fully turned off.
See, because you're immobile and sleeping, your muscle pumps just aren't circulating lymphatic and cellular fluids the way they do during the day. And at the exact same time, your body naturally loses up to a full pound of water just through breathing and sweating overnight. Imagine that, a whole pound. So, this means your internal environment drastically changes by the time the sun actually comes up. You are waking up in a highly dehydrated state.
And because you're so dehydrated, your synovial fluid, which basically acts as the natural motor oil for your joints, completely transforms. During the day, it's this slick, smooth lubricant, but at night, it thickens significantly into a dense, gelatinous sludge. Your joints are quite literally running out of oil while you sleep. And as the night progresses, this whole situation just builds toward disaster. Your muscle pumps shut down at 10 p.m., you lose all that water overnight, but look at what happens right around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Your biological clock naturally suppresses your body's anti-inflammatory hormone, cortisol, down to its absolute lowest level. This sudden drop allows low-level systemic inflammation to just run absolutely rampant through your tissues right as you're about to wake up.
And this right here is exactly why jumping straight out of bed the second your alarm goes off is so incredibly dangerous. If you immediately stand up and force those dry, unlubricated joints to suddenly bear your full body weight, you're literally grinding your cartilage together. You are creating micro tears in your surrounding tendons and drastically accelerating long-term wear and tear. It's a recipe for disaster.
Section 1. The Mattress Ignition Sequence. A zero-impact, 3-minute physiological protocol.
The fix for this morning concrete trap is so incredibly simple. We break this zero-impact sequence down into 3 very easy steps: the ankle pumps, the windshield wiper sequence, and the gentle bed bridge.
These specific movements are designed to instantly flood your cartilage with lubrication before your feet ever even touch the floor. So we begin with step 1, the ankle pumps. While lying flat on your back, still under the covers, you're going to push your toes straight out away from you as far as possible, hold them there for 2 seconds, and then pull your toes firmly back toward your shins. You want to repeat this exactly 20 times.
And those 20 reps absolutely matter because they activate your calf muscle pump. Often called your body's secondary heart, this really simple pumping movement instantly forces pooled blood and lymphatic fluid back up into your circulatory system. It rapidly awakens your peripheral blood vessels. Pretty amazing, right? Okay, next up, we transition right into the windshield wiper sequence for 30 seconds. Keeping your legs totally straight on the mattress, you simply rotate your feet inward so your big toes try to touch, and then flare your feet outward as far as they can comfortably go. Just rock them back and forth for a full 30 seconds. This internal and external rotation creates this really gentle pumping mechanism deep inside your hip sockets. Remember that dense, gelatinous sludge we talked about earlier? Well, this movement instantly forces that thickened synovial fluid to warm up and spread evenly across your cartilage, which entirely protects your pelvic girdle before you even think about standing up.
Finally, you're going to finish off the physical sequence with the gentle bed bridge. Just bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mattress, and gently lift your hips just 3 little inches off the bed. Engage your glutes for 2 seconds, and then lower yourself back down.
That small 3-inch lift gently fires up your posterior chain, and it wakes up all those crucial stabilizing muscles around your lumbar spine. By doing this, you are completely shielding your lower back from that sudden, agonizing morning spasm that so often strikes when you try to stand up cold.
Section 2. Rehydrate your cellular matrix, addressing the internal fluid shortage. All right, now that your joints are fully lubricated, you can finally sit up. But you have to immediately address that overnight fluid shortage we discussed earlier. This is how you drop your systemic morning inflammation to absolute zero. Now, a lot of people instinctively reach for ice-cold water, but that actually shocks your digestive system in the morning. Instead, you must drink a large glass of warm water infused with a pinch of high-quality, unrefined sea salt. Because it's warm, it's immediately absorbed by your cellular lining, rather than just sitting there heavily in your stomach.
So why the unrefined sea salt? Well, the trace minerals in the sea salt act as natural electrolytes. They pull that warm moisture directly into your extracellular matrix. This means you are instantly rehydrating your spinal discs and your joint tissues from the inside out. You are giving your body exactly what it lost over those 8 hours of sleep.
Your morning absolutely does not have to begin with pain, and you don't have to live your life feeling trapped inside a stiff, rigid frame. Change your morning code, protect your structure, and let your energy thrive. So I'll leave you with this. Will you take these 3 minutes tomorrow morning to reclaim absolute control over your biological vitality? Or will you let the concrete trap dictate another day? The choice is waiting for you the exact minute you open your eyes. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and walk your path in absolute wellness.